Hey, what's up, Brick-a-Brack here. Just thought I'd just capture this, what I'm doing at the moment. Now, a couple of days ago or yesterday, I took apart I took away all the Black Lives Matter figures and just put, the mock I was going to do, just gave up at that. But then on the news today, there was a story about the migrant crisis. So, I thought actually, maybe I should do a mock on that. I've got a few things to hand. Now, I was a bit annoyed anyway, because when I did the Black Lives Matter, I had to basically raid all of my different Lego hauls for black minifigures. And I didn't really want to do that, because I don't like mixing figures together, or mixing hauls together that haven't been sorted yet. But just in the middle of basically making a bunch of black minifigures. This is a recent Lego haul that's not been sorted yet, and had loads of brown heads in there. So I've made 10 black minifigures from just this haul here. It's actually from a £70 haul, but this part of the haul was £25 worth of Lego, 6 kg. Now I need to put a bunch of hats on these guys, or hair pieces from this same haul. So I'm trying to do it all from this same haul, so don't mix them all together, because they've not been sorted yet. I was going to include these black heads as actually having black minifigures, but I don't know if I'll do that. Well, we've got 11 figures. Let's get some hair on them and stuff. So this haul, actually, minifigures from this haul, got quite a lot of good stuff there to be used for African descendant people, with brown hair, black hair, so we'll put those on those figures there. Even got an afro. Oh yeah, look at that. Nice. Sorry, Mohican. Yeah, most of these brown heads here don't actually have any face on them, but it doesn't really matter. Do apologise if you can see hairs and stuff. This is an uncleaned and unsorted haul, so yeah, there we go. It's looking pretty good. So we've got 11 guys here now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10, 11. Now I know some of them look a bit random where they're actually set up here, but that's kind of fitting, as they're basically refugees. They don't have access to proper clothes. They're just getting like donated clothes, or clothes from charities that give them these clothes. So it's quite fitting that they'll be all mishmashed like this. So now we've got those black figures to add to the mix. These were not in the Black Lives Matter mock I did. These are new black figures to add to the mix. So I'm going to get my other black minifigures now. Alright. Sorry about the oh dear, shadowage going on here. Yeah, this is not really the most pristine video. I'm going to get it out as fast as I could. So these actually have black heads. I don't think I'll put these in. Include them in as black Africans. I mean, I could make a whole bunch of people with actually black skin. There are actually a couple of these, some of the heads, or same heads, in that haul, but we'll leave those for now. Don't make it too complex. Yeah, here's all the Lego ones. I also have some fake Lego minifigures that are brown as well, including Hancock, Will Smith. So yeah, that's done. Now, if you look closely, actually, these are actually werewolf sort of looking, or some sort of werewolf creature. And then these other ones are also some sort of werewolf or monster. And these came from, I got 3 sets of these, basically, the board game sets. And then I had 3 sets of those, and in each set came 4 of these heads. That's where they come from, but they are brown, so they'll do the job. But I haven't actually got as many as what I should have. So I've got 4 here. And 1, 2, 3. So I'm actually missing 8. I'm actually missing 9 of these heads. That's a shame. Could have had a whole bunch of them, but I'm not going to search for them now. Also, there's a couple of other figures as well. Obviously the fake Lego minifigures that have the brown skin. So So yeah, getting them all together. I wanted like 100 sort of to basically copy the story that's going on at the moment in the UK about immigrants or these migrants flooding the English Channel. And I've got some like boats. Got to find a couple of boats they can use. I got this as well for border control. It is a Oxford boat, but actually quite a nice brick boat. So I'm not really having much success sitting them in the boat. So yeah, what's happening is basically these migrants coming across, making it to France, and they're trying to basically get as many as they can on boats. So they get these boats, I pay like a couple of £1,000 for the boat, I suppose, and then away they come. And as soon as they get into the British waters, then it's the British government's obligation to look after them. And the French just let them go, it seems, and don't really bother stopping them. Now, I understand these people are fleeing from trouble, but we have a massive housing crisis in the UK. And I was actually homeless once. Well, I was in a hostel waiting to be housed. And I was doing some charity work for a delivery firm. And I went to this house, brand new build, and there was a black African there by the door. And he said to me, "What do you want?" And I was like, "Oh, we've got your chair here." He ordered this chair, so we went to go and deliver it. And this was quite rude. "Put it over there," he goes. And I said, "Oh, this is a nice flat." So where he was living was basically, well, about less than a mile away from the hostel where I was. Had already been waiting for 2 years to get housed. And this guy, he'd been here for 2 years and he'd already got housed, see? And he, could become a British citizen in the same time it took me to be in the hostel there. And, I started saying to the guy, "Oh, this is a nice flat, new build." He's like, yeah. I said, "How much rent do you pay?" "I don't pay any rent, I'm British citizen." "Okay. So how much you rent?" "I don't need to pay no rent, I'm British citizen." "Okay. So do you work?" "No, I don't need to work, I'm British citizen." And then my friend was like, "Just leave it, man, just leave it." I said, No, hold on, man. I'm here in a hostel waiting to get housed. And this guy here, he's not even English, he's got a brand new build flat. I mean, how's that happened? Come on, let's go, let's leave it. So, yeah, he started getting irate, very angry. "Look, I'm British citizen, I gotta get my passport, I show you a British citizen." So yeah, so I've seen it firsthand, basically, where these people get housed. And I was in that hostel waiting for a small bed sit. Well, the flat I got eventually was a bed sit, very old build. And in fact, actually, the block of flats I'm in, they were going to knock it down. See, so I waited a further 2 years after that incident, in this immigrant, in basically being given housing that should have gone to me. But yeah. And I was in that hostel for further 2 years while this guy was in this brand new build flat. Ironic, right? And when I did finally get a flat, it was a little bed sit. So yeah, that's why I'm not too keen on all these immigrants or migrants coming into the country, because they basically come over and take the mick, in my opinion, take advantage. That's why they want to come here and not stay in France. So yeah, anyway, let's not ramble on. So how many figures have I got on here then? Let's count them. 20 figures on there. Can we get any more on there? I mean, whenever I see them on the news, they're literally crammed on there, like as many as they can possibly get on one boat. I mean, they're not really sitting in there, just sort of wobbling about there. Oh no, it's hard work. I'm going to get them to sit down there. Her to sit down there. There we go. We get any more in? Oh no, ruined the whole thing now. Crap. I think that's about our limit, 22. Let's try and get a couple more on the back, like that. And we could do... Oh no, I've run out of figures. Oops. Well, I do have a few more, but put that one there, like that. And then that one there, like that. Actually, in there. Get rid of your chain. And then you there, like that. Look at that. There you go. Migrant boat crossing. Yeah. So we're trying to get this mock or whatever it's going to be, mock or story tell, done tomorrow. And there you go. Leave in the comments if you had experience of immigration issues where you are. Like my being stuck in a hostel for 4 years, waiting to get housed in my own country, while my housing was given to a immigrant. A new build flat given to an immigrant. True story.